Hi, so the kitchen installation is now finished and we're gonna start on a new little project here. Let me show you. We've got this under storage here where we place the boiler, gas meter and the consumer unit. Pretty straightforward, very simple. Everything's gonna be made of MDF. We're gonna have one big door here and then further two doors here. They're all gonna be quite wide. Only one divider here, like in this line here. There'll be a divider, vertical divider. Obviously we're going to wrap all of this with the MDF and that part there as well, and all of this is going to be wrapped with MDF. So yeah, it's a nice little project. I enjoy doing stuff like that. After a short assessment, I've come to the realization that nothing in here has got level, obviously. So the post here, this one here, and that post, the last one, not in line. They're like all over the place. This post is about 10 mil out of plumb. So is that one. Everything's out of plumb. Obviously, I have to build my thing in level. So I'm gonna have to wrap the posts in MDF, bring it all up to level. And then we're gonna install the door first, this one here. Then this side, there's gonna be a slight step in, and then we're gonna put further two doors here. That's it, let's crack on. I am starting off with sanding everything down, cleaning all the rough bits and pulling out any nails, shaving them off with the angle grinder, so it's all nice and clean, ready for installation. I'm going to cut out some pieces to create the frame around the opening using my plunge saw and a table saw. Just a simple strips of MDF. All the pieces will have to be installed plumb and square. I use my table saw a lot, makes life a lot easier, faster, and this little devolved one is pretty accurate, so I'm very impressed with it. Simply, I am wrapping the opening with strips of MDF, just like architrave. The posts are very bad in terms of level and squareness, so I am adding a lot of packers and glue to bring it all up to level. A little bit of cleaning up and we are ready for the next stage. So this is what I had to do. As you see, it's 0 here. And it's about 12 mil at the bottom. That's to bring that to the level. I put lots of packers, glued it, nailed it. So now this frame is all inline and plumb. Same there, you see how much of a gap is in here. A little bit less there, more in the middle. And then, and now I'm going to cut the door before I install the inner frame. I can just put the door against this frame, mark it from the back, job done. I am going to cut the door out now and install the hinges, and I will put the door aside for later installation. This frame is now complete. Now we have to insert another frame inside here, and it will come on like this. So then the hinge will be screwed into that, and then the door will sit in here, like this, in here. The door will be basically like that. So yeah, so now we have to wrap this around, this, like this. That'll be it, and then you just have to install the door. Put some magnets on so to stop the door from bowing, and Bob's your uncle. And once again, I'm cutting the strips of MDF. This time we're gonna install another frame inside of the opening.
That's all done now, and we are ready to install the door. After the door installation, we can shut it down, make sure that all the gaps are equal. At this stage, we can sand it down, plane it a little bit, make it all nice and perfect.
First part is done. It will have a flush handle here fitted. It's unusually wide door, so I had to put a lot more hinges, install more hinges than I normally would. So I've got this on 5 hinges, and I've got 1, 2, 3 and 4 magnets as well, just to stop the risk of this door potentially bowing. It's nice and soft close, and it clicks into place, catches on the magnets, nicely done. Now I'm moving on this side, so we're gonna obviously wrap this with an MDF. We're gonna overlap this a little bit more. I'm gonna put another piece here, long way like that, and then there'll be one divider here, like somewhere here, like that, just past the fuse box. We're gonna put a wall, divide it, and then one smaller door on this side and one bigger door here. That's it. Obviously, I'll have to wrap this part with an MDF as well.
A lot of difficult shapes to cut around on that piece, so I am back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with this piece until it's all perfect. This little project is on a tight budget. The client didn't have too much money to spend on this, and initially we wanted to install some drawers, but the budget didn't allow us to do so. So it's quite simple and straightforward installation, just some doors really, and that one divider. I'm using slightly different principle on this build. I'm using little tiny posts between the second and the third door, as you will see in a later stage of the video. I wanted to try that out. I think personally it looks better, and I don't know. Let me know what you think. I'm not sure if this is the right moment to ask for your subscription, but if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps to reach out to wider audience and potential clients. So I would really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I am just completing the inner framing around the middle door, and we are ready to cut out the door, and these are the measurements. Once again, in and out with that door until it's all perfect. Sand it down a little bit, plane it, shave it, make sure all the gaps are equal and perfect. The devil is in the details. Because the middle door steps in from the post, I have to use 90-degree hinge. A 90-degree hinge doesn't allow me to open the door fully on that sharp angle. So I'm gonna have to use this triangular detail on top of the doors, as you'll see in a minute. It's time to beautify things from the inside. That little piece just finishes it all off nicely, making everything looking neat and finished. All of this will receive a lot of filler, primer, paint, be all nicely sand down, and it's gonna look stunning. Every single joint on a build like this is glued to prevent cracking. And here we go. This is the final product. As you see, those triangles and that little post I mentioned in between the second and the third door. I think it's a pretty nice and neat detail. And you know, those little triangles, you have to really pay attention that all the gaps are beautifully done, equal, and it's all looking nice and neat. And this is that little post there. I think it looks better than just a shallow gap between the doors. Obviously, this is subjective matter. I had all the details discussed with the client. I've explained about that little post in between and the triangles, and they were happy with it. So that's it really. This is now ready for painting and installing the handles as a finishing touch. And this is it. It's all done now. This took me one whole day. It was a long day though. Yeah, thank you very much for watching and staying until the end. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.